thick outside border. Okay, so here I can describe everything. Yeah, here if you write down the whole story also, it will not be a problem. So that's why you can give some shorter names normally. Yeah, it will give you some indication. But what is this exactly, this formatting cell, that you can describe over here. Okay, and it's not compulsory that you have to give here some description. You can also keep the description blank, no issues. But let me keep here some description. So see, important part is this macro name. Macro name cannot start with the number. It should start always with the text. And between the two words, you have to put the underscore or dash. Shortcut key you have to give, and please you use only those shortcut key which you are not using on a regular basis. You can assign that kind of shortcut key. Store macro in, I've already explained you, this workbook, new workbook, or personal workbook. Description is not compulsory. If you want to write down, you can write down here. Now you see here, before I click OK button, I have to be now ready. Yeah, because now once I click on OK button, it means that now my recording has started. Yeah, so I click on the OK button now. So now my recording has started. Now what I do, I've selected this cell already. Now I have to go to the home tab. I can also use the shortcut for control and yeah, making this bold and all those things, but I'll go to the home tab. I click this bold, italics, yeah, font color, field color, and I select here this thick outside border, suppose. Okay, so here I've done all those formatting. Okay, currently my recording is done. Yeah, yours recording is also there. It is going on. So I've done all those steps here in this cell. Now what I have to do, I have to now stop the recording because I have to stop it. Yeah, it's already on. So for stopping, I have to again go to the view tab. Go to the view tab. In the view tab, you have to click the same button here, macros. And now when you go to again view tab and you click on macros, then here you'll be able to see button known as stop recording. Initially here it was written record macros. Now here we are having a button which is known as stop recording. Yeah. So I click on this button, stop recording, and now my recording is stopped. Okay. So go to this view tab, click on the macros button, and here you'll be able to see the second option as stop recording. Click it, and now the recording is stopped. So now our macro is done. Good. So recording is done. Now what we have to do, we have to apply the macro or we have to run the macro. So what I'll do now, I will select one random cell. Let's say I select these two cells, suppose these two cells here. I can also select two cells or three cells. I select these two cells, and now I want to apply the formatting here in these two cells. So what I have to do, I have to run the macro. So for running the macro, what I have to do, I have to write down, I have to go for the shortcut key. So I have applied the shortcut key here, Control plus Shift plus M. So Control Shift and M. Sorry, I have to close this one first of all. This is always a problem. Yeah, I'll be now pressing here Control Shift and M. And now you see this formatting is done. I hope that your macro is also working. Yeah, whatever the shortcut key we have given to that macro, just select one random cell here, or one or two cells here, or three cells. Select one random cell and just press the shortcut key. Okay, so I can apply anywhere over here. Let's say I select these three cells. I go for Control Shift and M. So see here also the formatting is done. Yeah, likewise, I can go on and on. Yeah. So this is macros. Yeah, here I've given you a very simple example where we have recorded these 5 steps only. But normally, whatever the calculation that you are having, you can go for the calculations. You can do the formatting. You can put the value from one cell to another cell, whatever you want to do. Yeah, you can record everything, and then you run the macro in the another sheet, and then it will work perfectly. Yeah, it will save your time like anything. Yeah, this is a great concept here, macros. Now, suppose if you want to change that macro, if you want to edit the macro, yeah. So if you want to edit, you can go to this macros button, okay, macros button, and here we are having view macros. If I click on view macros, so here I can see that macro name formatting cells. Now it is there. Now if I click on edit, okay, if I click on edit, then here what it will do, it will open up this one, Visual Basic. Yeah, you must have also be able to see that thing in your case. What I've done here, I've gone to this macros button and I've clicked on view macros. In the view macros, this macro is already selected, formatting cells, and I've clicked this edit button here. Once you click on edit button, then you are having this, yeah, this kind of Visual Basic. Now see here, there is some kind of coding. Yeah, so you have to first of all learn this coding, and then you can do the editing part. So this is a very tedious process. And also, as I said, that if you learn this Visual Basic, it will not help you in future, 100%. Yeah, so I don't recommend you to learn this Visual Basic. Yeah, before 10 years, this was one of the good software which you could have learned. But now, in this AI world, no one is using Visual Basic. Okay, so if you know this coding, then you can do some editing part over here. Yeah, but what I suggest that if you want to do, if you want to change anything in the macro, what I suggest, you delete that macro, the old macro, record a new macro. That will be much easier rather than learning the software and then you do the things. Yeah, learning the tool will take another 1 month, and then if you if you do the editing of the macro, I think so you will waste your time. So what I do, I go to macros, view macros, and then here I select that macro. I can click on delete button. Macro is deleted, and then again I record the macro. That is much easier, I would say. Yeah. From here also I can run the macro. Suppose if I select this cell here, okay, I select the cell and I click on run. Sorry, just I'll do it again. I select this cell here. I go to macros, view macros, and I select this macro. I click on run button here, run. So see now this is another option. But when you know the macro, the shortcut key, then it is easy. Yeah. And sometimes if you forget the shortcut key, then what happens? Yeah, this question may come in your mind that, okay, Samir, I've created 10 macros. Now I don't remember the shortcut key. What should I do? Then what you can do, you can select, yeah, definitely you will come over here to this macros, view macros. Yeah, you will be able to see all your macros here. Now, suppose if you don't remember the shortcut key of this formatting cells macro, you can select this macro and then you can click on options here, options. Okay, select the macro, click on options. When you click on options, then here you can see that shortcut key, Control Shift and M. Yeah, select that macro and you click on this options button, and here you see the shortcut key. Okay, so this is the method here. Can we undo the macro applied to a cell? Unfortunately not. We cannot undo the macro. That is one of the drawback of macro. Here, whatever these things I've applied, I cannot undo. You see here, if I click, I cannot click this undo and redo button. You see here, it is disabled. So you have to be very particular about this macro. Yeah, just for the sake of applying the macro, you start applying the macro and then you say, oh, I've committed a mistake. What should I do? Nothing can be done. But now here, what can be done? Yeah, one of the solution that suppose if you have not saved the file, yeah, up till now I have not saved this file. So I've created the macro, I've applied the macro. Now I have not saved the file. So what I'll do, if I want to remove this macro, whatever this thing which I've applied here, if I want to remove the macro, I will just close this file. I'll close the file. It will ask me, do you want to save the changes? I say, don't save, don't save. Yeah, now what I'll do, I will open that file again. Let me open that file again. Okay, so macros. Okay, let me open that file again. So see, when I bring that file again, you see, I don't see any macro here. Okay, I don't see any macro here. But now what is the problem here? If I go to view tab and if I go to macros and view macros, see, I have lost that macro because I did not save that macro also. Yeah. So what could be done here, that you create the macro, you record the macro, you save you save this file with that macro, and then when you apply the macro here and there, and if you see, if you feel that, oh, I have done some mistake, then you just close this file, do not save it later on further, and then when you open it, then you will not be able to see here any kind of macro applied. Okay, and then but still here you will be able to see the macro here, yeah, in this macro list. Okay, but what I have done, I did not save that macro. Okay, by saving that file, so I've lost that macro. But actually, one of the advantage that I get here, that I don't see any application here of this macro. Yeah, so that is what we have to be very, very careful when you apply the macro. Yeah, it is, you cannot undo. Once you have selected that shortcut key, yeah, then you cannot undo. Okay. Now today we'll be starting with the first important topic, which is known as what if analysis. Okay, so please open this file, what if analysis.xls. Yeah, so we'll start with this what if analysis. In the what if analysis here, if you open the file, then you'll be able to see these four, let's say the uh, portions of what if analysis. Yeah, so we are having the goal seek, then solver, scenario manager. It is also known as scenario manager or scenario, and then we have the data table. Yeah, so one by one we'll be going through this thing. So what if analysis is also one of the important topic, and normally when I'm conducting the advanced Excel training for the corporate people here in within Europe, then this is one of the topic which I take. Okay, so I think so I must have told you earlier also that in my advanced Excel course, normally in the industry, yeah, in the companies here, I conduct one day only because they don't have that much of time. So normally what they do, that I conduct for one whole day, and one whole day I complete pivot tables. Yeah, pivot tables means it includes everything: pivot tables, pivot charts, slices, etc. Then I take the topic of macros, then lookup functions, this what if analysis, and then if time permit, then I go for the other things. Okay. So what if analysis is very, very important, especially it is more important for the people who are working in the finance department, but definitely you can apply in any other area. Yeah, so it is not having any restriction that it can be applied only in the finance, but it can also be applied in marketing, HR, production, etc. Yeah, once you understand these four things in what if analysis, then you'll be able to identify that, okay, what is my use case and where I can use this what if analysis. Okay. So I hope that you are all ready, yeah, with this what if analysis file. And also simultaneously, you also open the two other files which I've already mentioned. That is the text to columns. That will be the next topic after this what if analysis. So text to columns.xls, that file you open. And we also open the third file that is known as sort and filters.xls. That will be the third topic for today. And hopefully, if we complete these three topics on time, and we are having some little bit of extra time, then we'll go for a. I want to show you some of the charts that we can create in Excel. Charts, okay? Okay, so now let us start with this goal seek. So, what is this goal seek here? Yeah, so if you understand this word very well, yeah, goal seeking. Yeah, so we want to seek a particular goal, we want to achieve a goal here. So let me give you one demo here. So if you go to this goal seek the first sheet in this what if analysis, then here on the left hand side, sorry, on the right hand side, we are having here two examples. I'll take these two examples here and then you'll be clear. So here we are having this small table, you can say like that. So we are having some interest rate, which is 3.5 percentage here. Then term, you can say that this is like a house loan. Okay. And the house loan is for a period of 60 months. This 60 represents 60 months. Yeah. So yeah. So 5 years, you can say like that. Okay. So 60 months here. And then we are having this annual interest rate. This is 3.5 percentage here, annual interest rate. Okay. It is not monthly, it is annual. And then we have some principal amount, that is 24,000 rupees. And then now here already the payment, or you can also say that this is like an installment. Okay. Because if you are taking a loan, definitely you have to repay that loan. So this payment, it is like just like you are repaying the loan or you are going for the installment, you are paying the installment. So here this is already calculated. Yeah, if I double click here, this 437, if I double click, you can see that we are having one formula. We are having a function which is known as PMT function. PMT function is used to calculate the installment for your loan. Okay, so it is equal to PMT. Yeah, if you double click here in this J4 cell, so PMT bracket what? Now PMT function is having the three arguments which are compulsory. That is rate, that is the interest rate, then NPR, that is the number of period, and then we are having PV, that is the principal value or principal amount, you can say like that. Yeah. So first of all, we have to take the rate. Now see here, I have written equal to PMT bracket J1 slash 12. Now why it is 12 slash 12? Because I'm dividing this 3.5 percentage by 12. Yeah, because why it is 12 here? Because this our term period, it is written in 60 months. Okay, it is given in months here, the 60. So if this is in months and if the annual interest rate is in, yeah, it's an annual interest rate that is per year, then definitely I cannot use both the things together. So I either I have to convert these months into year, or I can convert this 3.5 percentage, which is annual interest rate, I can convert it into monthly interest rate. So that's why what I've done here, that 3.5 percentage I've divided by 12 to convert it into monthly interest rate, comma. Then we are having NPR, that is number of period, that is the 60, that is J2. Okay, 60 is written in J2, and then comma, and then it is written here principal value, that is the principal amount. Principal amount is written in this J3 cell. So see what I've done here, I've written here minus J3. Now normally I can also write down here plus J3. Yeah, if I remove here minus also, then also it is fine. Yeah, it is not compulsory that I have to put minus J3. I can also remove that minus. Now see, suppose if I remove this minus here from the J3, and if I press enter, you see that the answer is same, 437. But now that 437 is written in bracket. Yeah, normally you see that whenever we are having, yeah, in the profit and loss account, you must have seen that the loss is always shown in a bracket, or maybe you have to, let's say, yeah, sometimes some people they put it in red color if it's a loss. If it's a profit, then it is shown in green color. But normally people they put it in bracket if it is a loss. Now here payment, or you can say installment, why it is a loss? Loss to you because you are paying it. Yeah, nobody likes to repay the amount. Yeah, so because if we get money, we are all happy. But if I have to pay anything, yeah, I may not be happy. Yeah, so that's why this 437 it is written in bracket. Now suppose if you don't like this bracket here, then you put the minus sign in front of J3. So let me double click here, this 437, and here at the end point here where it is written PV, principal value, I have written here J3, that is this cell. I just put here minus J3. Minus J3, that's all. Press enter, and now you can see that the answer is same, but now the bracket is removed. Yeah, so you can decide whether you want to have the bracket, then don't put minus sign. If you don't want to see any bracket here in the installment, then you put minus sign before the principal amount. Okay. Now, this is what is the function which I explained to you about, the PMT function. We'll also use it in this data table. Yeah, that's why I explained you this PMT function. We'll be using it in this last sheet here that is known as data table. Now, what we have to do here, and what is this goal seek here? See, just now, if I'm going with the principal amount of 24,000, yeah, you can say rupees, dollars, euros, whatever you want to give the currency. So suppose if I talk in let's say in euro. So if I take the loan of 24,000 euros, yeah, and I have to repay it in 60 months, and the annual interest rate is 3.5 percentage, then every month, yeah, every month I have to pay 437 euros, let's say, yeah. So this is what bank will give me this answer. Okay, whatever I've given the information, yeah, they will say, okay, based on your information, every month you have to pay 437 euros. Now, suppose if I have a feeling that, okay, 437, it's a small amount for me. Yeah, I can pay more also. So suppose if I say to the bank that, okay, I can pay, let's say here 600 euros per month. Yeah, my capacity is to pay every month 600 euros minimum. Now I want to know that if I pay 600 euros per month, and if this principal amount is same, if I'm keeping the principal amount same, 24,000 euros, then I want to know that what should be my term period. Yeah, term period will reduce, because if you are paying more every month, yeah, 600 euros, 600 euros, if you are paying more, yeah, if you are paying every month, then definitely this term period will reduce, because currently you are paying only 437 euros. If you pay more, then this loan can be completed early. So I want to know what will be my term period if I pay the installment of minimum 600 euros. Yeah. So my goal is to achieve the installment of 600 euros. Now, to achieve this goal, what I have to do? Okay, so what will be my term period? That is what I want to know here. And that's why we are going for the concept known as what if analysis here. In the what if analysis, we'll go for this concept known as goal seek. Yeah. So now what to do here? You select here this cell. Okay, select this cell J4. Okay, this one. So you select this cell J4, and after you select the cell J4, then you go to the data tab. Go to the data tab here. Yeah, data tab. And in the data tab, you can see this button here. Okay. So select this J4 cell where you want to change the value. Yeah. You go to the data tab and you click this button, what if analysis. Now see, if you click this drop down here, what if analysis, you can see that we are having only three things here in the what if analysis: scenario manager, goal seek, data table. Yeah. Now here we have four things, four sheets here: goal seek, solver, scenario manager, and data table. Now solver we are not finding here, but you can see here in my case, there is this solver. Now how I got this solver, maybe some of you may not have this solver button here separately, but I'll tell you how to get this solver button. Okay, first of all, we'll complete this goal seek, and then we will say when we'll switch over to the solver concept, then I'll show you how to get this button here in the data tab. Okay, but here just now what I have to do, I have to go to this what if analysis here, what if analysis drop down, and I have to click here goal seek. So you click here goal seek, and now here you are getting this small dialog box. Yeah, goal seek dialog box, and here it says set cell. Now what is the set cell? Set cell is this one, J4. I've already selected, but if you have not selected, then in the set cell you select this cell J4, and this J4 will come over here. Okay, so this cell I want to set. I want to set to a particular value. So set cell is J4, that is this one, then to value. Now I want to set to which value? As I said earlier, that I can also pay 600 euros per month as an installment. So here in the to value, you click inside this to value and you write down here, let's say 600. Yeah, you can give more installment. So to value is 600 euros or 600. Just now you write down 600 here. Now it says by changing cell. Now which cell you want to change? You want to change this term period. Okay, you want to know what will be my term period if I'm paying every month 600 euros. Okay, so now in the by changing cell, you click inside by changing cell, and now you select this cell J2, this one J2 where the 60 is written. So by changing cell is J2, and it is written like this $J$2. That is the absolute reference. Yeah. So set cell is J4, that is this one 24,000. 437. That's the J4 cell. To now this we want to set to which value? 600. By changing which cell? This one J2. I want to know what will be my term period if I pay every month 600 euros. Yeah, so that's all. Goalseek is very simple. I click on OK button. And now when I click on OK button, you can see that now this payment or installment amount is now 600 because that is what we wanted to have. So if I pay now 600 euros per month, and if my principal amount is 24,000 euros, then you can see my term period has now reduced. Initially it was 60, now it has reduced to 43. Yeah, I hope that you are all able to understand this thing. Okay, because definitely if I'm paying more, my term period will be reduced. Yeah, then I have to pay few installments here. Yeah, and the rate of interest is same, 3.5%. So that is not changing. This rate of interest is keeping it same, but this has now reduced. Suppose if I want to play more, again I can do the same thing. Now see here it is telling you in this goal seek status. So it says here goal seeking with cell J4 found a solution. Target value was 600 and current value 600. So this is what we wanted to adjust this value. Instead of 437, I wanted to adjust to 600. So that is my target value. And currently it is also showing you 600. So current value is also 600. Now here you can see this OK and cancel. So see, suppose if you like this solution, suppose, yeah, you are now final that, okay, I want to keep it 600 only. If you like this solution, then you can click this OK button. Yeah, so it will show you here 600 only. But if you want to still play with these numbers, yeah, then you can click on cancel. Yeah, if you want to play further here, you can click on cancel. When I click on cancel, you can see that it has come back to that 437, the original figure. Yeah, again, I can do the same thing. Again, I click on what if analysis, goal seek. Yeah, set cell is J4. Okay. Now, suppose if I want to reduce this installment amount, I'm having a feeling that I cannot pay 437 euros. Let's say I want to pay 350 euros, suppose, per month. Yeah, so this I want to reduce to 350 euros. So set cell is J4, this one. To value, I'll put here 350. To value is 350. And by changing cell, now by changing cell, I'll keep the same cell here, this one, J2. I want to know because now see, now what I'm doing, I'm reducing the installment amount. So definitely my term period will increase. Currently it is 60, but now it will increase. Let us check. Yeah, so set cell is J4, to value is 350 euros. This one, I want to reduce it. And by changing cell is J2 here. Okay. And what I do now, I click on OK button. So see if I click on OK button, then here you can see that if I reduce my installment amount to 350 euros only, then my term period will be then 77 installments here, or 77 months. Yeah, earlier it was 60 only. Now it will be 77. Clear? Yeah. Are you able to understand the concept of goal seek here? So remember here that in the goal seek, I can adjust only one value. Okay. I can adjust here either the term period or I can adjust this, yeah, I can change this value 3.5 percentage or principal amount or payment, whatever. Yeah, I can adjust only one value here. So that's the drawback of goal seek. Yeah, once we'll see other methods, then you'll understand that the other methods are far, far better. But normally, if you want to play in these kind of situation, then you can go for a goal seek here. Okay, am I making sense here? Yeah, I'm not getting any feedback. Yes, okay. Yeah, if anybody, yeah, we'll now see another example also. Yeah, so don't worry if we are not able to understand just now, we'll go for another example. We'll go with the same example here. Let's say uh, I'll click here cancel now in this goal 6 status. I'll click on cancel. I want to go back to the original value. Click on cancel. Now what I want to do here in the same example, I want to know that if I pay here, if I'm paying the installment of let's say 700 euros. Okay, if my capacity to pay every month is 700 euros, then I want to know that if the term period is 60, if the rate of interest is 3.5%, then I want to know that how much will I get the loan? Yeah, for how much amount will I get the loan? Because if I can more, if I can pay more installment, then definitely bank will be happy. Yeah. Here, especially I have seen in case of Germany, and definitely it must be there in other countries also, that suppose if I want to take a house loan, then they will be asking you a lot of questions. They will be saying that, okay, how much, if you are just now, let's say I'm living on a rented place, so they will ask me that, okay, how much rent you are paying per month. Okay. Then, are you having any expenses related to your children's education? Yeah. So, yeah, if you are paying any special fees for your children, so that also I have to tell them. Then I have to tell them about my this electricity, gas, and other expenses, and yeah, the miscellaneous expenses like this yeah, food items and whatever I purchase, yeah, the grocery items. So then they will, what they will do, that they will know that, okay, they will definitely come to know that, okay, how much I'm earning per month, so what is my net salary, and out of that net salary they deduct all these expenses, and then they will see that, okay, how much you can repay, yeah, how much will be your how much you can pay for that installment, and accordingly they will decide that for how much amount of loan you will be, yeah, it will be approved. Yeah, so that is how the things are done. Yeah, normally in every country this is the thing. So here, uh, what I want to know, that suppose if my paying capacity is more, then I want to know that how much loan amount I'll be getting. Definitely it will be more. Yeah, it will not be 24,000. If I want to change this value, it will not be 24,000, it will be more if the term period is same, if the rate of interest is same. So let us go for another scenario here. So what we'll do, we will select this J4 here. See, J4 you can also select later on. It's not compulsory that I have to select first of all and then only I click the what if analysis goal seek. I suppose if I've randomly selected this cell, suppose if I go to what if analysis goal seek, then here you can see that my set cell is L4. Set cell is this L4. Okay, now L4, I don't, this is not my set cell here. What I'll do, in the set cell, I can click this arrow button here, up arrow. I can click it. And now what I'll do, I will select this one, J4, or I'll remove this one first of all. L4, I'll select here J4. Okay. And then once I select here J4, it will return here $J $4. And now I click this down arrow button here. Once I click the down arrow button, you see set cell is now J4. So see here, if you have not selected J4 initially, then you may have to carry out these one or two extra steps here. So that's why I say that first of all, you select that cell where you want to change the value. Okay, so that's why, and then you click this dialog box, goal seek. So set cell is J4 and to value, let's say I keep again the same value, let's say 600 euros or 650, suppose. Yeah, 650 euros. I can repay the amount. Now by changing cell. Now in the by changing cell, I want to select, I want to know the principal amount, that how much more principal amount I can get it. So by changing cell, I'll select this cell J3. J3. So J3 is written here by changing cell J3. Yeah, that's all. Set cell is J4, to value is 650, and by changing cell, this time I want to change this cell, J3, not J2. Okay, so J3, I click on OK button, and now I can see here that if I'm ready to pay 650 euros per month, then I can get a loan of 35,730 euros. Yeah, so this is how you can know these things. Okay, so if you want to keep it, I can click on OK button here. Let's say if I want to keep this solution, I can click on OK button, and now the solution is there. Yeah, this is one example. Now let us go to this another example. So here we are having the marks of marks of one of the student in various tests, or you can say subject here, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, so on. So 7 subjects are there. Now the student has got marks in the 6 subjects. Yeah, that is 92, all are out of 100. So 92, 79, 98, 82, 86, 91. Okay, so 6 subjects marks we already know. Now currently the average of these 6 subjects is 88 marks, the average marks. Okay, now what, suppose if I'm the student, okay, so I want to know that, let's say if I'm not happy with this 88 percentage marks as an average marks, but I want to achieve the average of 90 marks, suppose. So suppose if I want to maintain an average of 90 marks, not 88 but 90 marks, and okay, so now I want to know that how much marks I have to score in the test 7 or subject 7, so that I can achieve the average of 90 marks, not 88. Okay, so if I know in advance that, okay, I have to, let's say I have to get minimum, let's say 95 marks in the test 7, then I will accordingly prepare myself. Yeah, so that is the use case here, that I want to know that how much I have to score in test 7 if I want to achieve the average of 90 marks, not 88. So what we do here we select this cell here, 88, select this cell, that is J14, where it is written 88. You click on what if analysis, goal seek. Okay, goal seek. So here set cell is J14. This is my J14 here. Set cell is J14. Then to value. To value will be what I want to achieve here, that average of 90 marks. So to value I'll write down here 90. To value is 90. By changing cell. By changing cell, which cell I want to change? I want to change this cell, test 7. So I select this cell J13. Okay, so by changing cell is J13. Okay, so that's all. Set cell is J14, to value is 90. By changing cell is J13. Click on OK button, and now you see here it is taking a lot of time. Yeah, there was some calculation which was going on in the background. So test 7, you see here that if the student wants to maintain an average of 90 marks, then that student has to score 102 out of 100. Okay, now this is not possible. Yeah, I worked, as I mentioned you earlier, that I worked as a professor for 15 years. Yeah, definitely it is not possible. Yeah, you have also been a student also in your career. So 102 out of 100 is not possible. 100 out of 100 is possible. I don't know whether I said this thing to you, but one of my student, he got 100 out of 100 in the finance subject. Yeah, so that is possible. But 102 is not possible. Even the person has written excellent. Yeah, the handwritings are very, very beautiful, but I cannot give extra 2 marks for that handwriting. So now what I'll do, that 102 is not possible. So what I'll do, that I will click on here cancel in this goal 6 status. Now what I'll do, let us keep it here 88 only. I don't want to change this value. I want to maintain an average of 88. So I want to know now that how much marks I have to score in test 7. Yeah, so we select this cell. where it is written 88. What if analysis, goal seek. So set cell is J14. Now to value, I'll keep it here 88. I'll write down here 88. I want to keep the same value, so I'll write down in to value 88. And by changing cell is same. That is this one, J13. Yeah, J13 is by changing cell. Yeah, so I'm very clear that I'm happy with this 88 marks average. Okay, so if I want to maintain an average of 88, then how much marks I have to score in test 7? So this is the thing. Goal seek I've done. Click on OK button, and now it shows me here that I have to score only 88 marks out of 100. So this is a big relief for me. Yeah, because see, if you see the other marks except this test 2 where I scored only 79, but the other marks are very good. Yeah, 92, 98, 82, 86, 91. So 88 marks I can achieve easily. Yeah, so if I'm happy with the solution, I can click on OK button here, and that is what is goal seek analysis. Yeah, goal seek. Okay, so goal seek, the use cases of goal seek are very, very simple, like this kind of thing. Okay, you want to achieve a target and you want to know, okay, what will be the value of this so and so cell here, then you can use this goal seek here. Okay, so goal seek is ready. Now we go to the little bit complex thing now, that is solver. Okay, let us go to the solver here. So for solver, as I mentioned here, that you should have this solver button in the data tab. Okay, it's a separate button here, solver button, so that you should have. Are you having the solver button in your Excel? Okay, so some may have, some may not have, so don't worry. I think so many of you may not have that solver button, so no issues. Thank you for your reply. So now I'll show you first of all how to get the solver button here. Yeah, so please see the step here, and this you have to do it only once. Then whichever Excel file you open tomorrow, that all the Excel files will be having the solver button. Okay, not only this file, all the other files will also have the solver button. So whatever I'm showing you this process, you have to do it only once. Yeah. So let us now add first of all the solver button, and then we'll be able to apply this solver in this solver sheet here. Yeah. So let me do one thing here. Yeah. So first of all, what we'll do that to add this solver button here, you click on the file tab, the first tab here. Okay, click on the file tab here. Yes, you have to go for the add-in. Yes, thank you. So file tab, and then the file tab, you have to go to options. Go at the bottom area, options. And once you click on options, okay, file tab. In the file tab, you click on options. In the options, you will get this dialog box here, Excel options. In the Excel options, you have to click on add-ins here, add-ins below. Okay, add-ins. And in the add-ins, you are having here yeah, so you're in the add-ins, you have to go for this Excel add-ins only. Excel add-ins, click on go button here. Excel add-ins, click on go button. And then when you click on the go button, you are having here. Yeah. So here you are having the solver add-in. And also what I'll suggest you that you also add this analysis tool pack here, because analysis tool pack will be using in the project tomorrow. Okay, so you will be able to see this analysis tool pack that you click it. Okay, not this analysis tool pack VBA, that will not use it, but this analysis tool pack that you click it here, and then you also add here solver add-in. Okay, so put here these 2 tick marks here, other tick marks are not required. And after you put these 2 tick marks, you click on OK button here. Okay, solver add-in and analysis tool pack, both the things you have to tick mark. Click on OK button, and now you will be able to see here solver button. Yeah, I hope that now you should be having solver button here. If still you are not having, let me know. Okay, did you get the solver button here? In the data tab, okay, check in the data tab. Yes, okay, good. Yeah, so this you have to do it. Can you please show again? Okay, what I've done here, you go to the file tab here, the first tab, file tab. In the file tab, you click the options, file tab options, and then in the file tab, and then you click on options, then you'll get this Excel options dialog box. In the Excel options dialog box, you have to click here add-ins, add-ins, and in the and once you click on the add-ins, then you have to click here. Okay. Okay, just hold on. So in the add-ins, yeah, you have to click here. You have to go to this manage Excel add-ins, and the manage Excel add-ins, you click on go button. When you click on the go button here, then you'll be able to see this dialog box here, add-ins dialog box, and here you have to select analysis tool pack. This is for another thing. Yeah, in your project tomorrow, I'll be showing you how to put the combo box. Yeah, combo box. So for using that combo box, you have to have this analysis tool pack. So analysis tool pack, you put the tick mark here. And for solver add-in, you have to also put here tick mark in solver add-in. Okay, so these two things, you put the tick mark, click on OK button, and then the solver will be there. Now you are asking me question for the Mac. What I'll suggest you, because I'm not a user of Mac, so just check on Google, yeah, that how to get the solver button in Mac. Yeah, and definitely there'll be something. Yeah, some buttons here and there must be there. Yeah, Mac is also having. Okay, okay. Ritika, you are using Mac. Okay, okay, okay. Then it is fine. Yeah, because I don't know about Mac. Yeah. So if Mac is also having the same options, then you can go for it like this. Yeah. Okay. So solver button is now over here. Okay. So please now let us come back to the solver option here, solver sheet here. Now what is the solver sheet here? So here you can see that in the solver sheet we are having this small table where we are having the gross revenue here within the gross revenue we are having the sales and shipping. So and this here we are having a very small data of January, February, and March. So we are having these 3 months data. Yeah. And the sales data is there, shipping data is there. Then we are having the cost of goods sold, where here we are having the goods expenses, yeah, freight, miscellaneous, and then we are having the total cost of goods sold, and then we are having the gross profit. Yeah, so those people who are having Mac, you can check this thing, which has been said by Nikita. Okay. Yeah, and you can help each other. Okay, those who are already using Mac, and if you know the solution, you can help it. Yeah. Click on the tools menu at the top of your screen. In the tools drop down, select Excel add-ins. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Yeah. So maybe I will give you, let's say, I'll give you 2 minutes just now. Okay. Just complete this portion because I don't want to go ahead if you are already in the process of downloading. Yeah. So those who are using the Mac, and if you have done everything, got the solver button, then you can let me know. Okay. And simultaneously, please also add the this thing, that is the what, that analysis tool pack. Okay. Because tomorrow we'll be using it. So if you are also having that analysis tool pack in the Excel add-ins, then please also select that part also. Yeah. So that tomorrow you don't have to do it again. Yeah. So those who are Mac users, you can just let me know if you are done with this solver button, and then I can go ahead. Yeah. Good. So then if you're ready, then let us go ahead. So see what I wanted to say here, that we are having here this kind of table. Okay. And we are having the data. Now we are having here the overall, the first quarter gross profit here. The gross profit here also it is written to 258,760, and here also the same value is written 258,760. Yeah. So currently, if we go with this kind of data, then we will be achieving a gross profit in the first quarter equal to 258,760. Yeah. Now what we want to do here, that we want to, let's say, achieve. Yeah, I'm not happy. Let's say if I'm the sales manager or if I'm the VP sales, that I'm not happy with this particular gross profit for the first quarter. Let's say I want to have minimum 265,000, yeah, gross profit, not 258,000. Okay. So now suppose if I give you this target, okay, let us assume that I'm your manager and I've given you the target that, okay, please achieve minimum gross profit for the first quarter equal to 265,000. So now what you have to do here, this is also, this solver is also similar to GoalSeek, but now what we can do here in the solver, that in the solver I'll not be able to change only one value, I can also change here many values together. Yeah, in the GoalSeek what happened, that I wanted to achieve the target of 650 euros as the monthly installment. So I wanted to know that, okay, how much principal amount I can get it more, or how much term period will be there. Okay, either this or this. I cannot know both the things together. I can know this thing or I can know this thing. That is the GoalSeek. So in the GoalSeek, I can change only one parameter, but in the solver, I can change many parameters. So suppose here, if I want to achieve the gross profit is equal to 265,000, yeah, then I want to know that, okay, how much sales I'll be achieving, how much will be my shipping cost or shipping revenue, how much goods I can achieve, and how much freight and miscellaneous expenses I can have. Okay, so here I can also change the values of 5 things together. Yeah, sales, shipping, goods, freight, and miscellaneous. Or I can also go for 2 also, or I can also go for 3 also. Yeah, so that is the advantage of a solver. Yeah, so now let us start using this solver. Yeah, so what you have to do now, you have to click this same button, solver, which you have got over here. Okay, in the data tab. So you click this solver button here, and when you click the solver button, then here you'll be getting this dialog box here that is known as solver parameters. Yeah, now see, I'll be going very step by step here. Yeah, it's a long process. So in the solver, in this dialog box, first of all, it is asking you set objective. Okay, set objective. So uh, in the set objective, what I will be doing, I'll be selecting this cell here. That is my what is my cell here, E14. Yeah, so this cell E14, yeah, E14, I'll select this cell. So here it is written set objective will be now showing you $E14. Yeah, just select this cell where this 258,760 is written. So set objective over here to what, max, mean, or value of. So suppose if I say, okay, minimum I want to achieve the gross profit equal to 265,000 minimum, suppose, then I can select here minimum, or I can say, okay, maximum I want to achieve this much gross profit, or if I say that no, I want to achieve exactly 265,000 euros or $265,000, okay, in the first quarter. If I'm having an exact value, if I want to achieve exact target, then I'll select here value of. Yeah, otherwise you can select here that, okay, I want to have achieve minimum this much value or maximum this much value, then accordingly you can select this value. Okay, I will select this one first of all, value of. Okay, later on, see, once you understand this concept of solver, then later on, when you have, yeah, whenever you have time, you can play with this minimum and maximum, and then you see that what answers you are getting. Okay, just now we'll go for value of. So set objective E14, that is this one, this cell, yeah, that is 258,000 something, that I want to achieve. I want to set the target of how much value in the zero here, where it is written here zero. I'll write down here 265,000. Yeah, you can give your own value. I'm not saying that every time you have to give this value here. Yeah, I'm giving here the value of 265,000. So this much gross profit I want to achieve in first quarter. Yeah, this is the target which I've received. Now here it is asking you by changing variable cell, that which cells you want to change. So here what I'll do, I will select the sales, shipping, and let's say goods. I want to change three values. Yeah, or three variables. So here in this